Welcome to the beautiful city of Rhodes from the island with the same name in Greece. In this video we will take a tour of this amazing place, and we will start with the port that sits at the northeastern tip of the island in the Dodecanese chain of Greece and stands today as one of the busiest and most historically resonant harbors in the entire Aegean Sea. The port has been welcoming ships for well over 2,000 years, and its long maritime history is still visible in the layers of fortification, architecture, and legend that surround it. The harbor itself is actually made up of several distinct basins. The most photogenic of these is Mandraki Harbor, a smaller, more intimate anchorage now used mainly by yachts, fishing boats, and local ferries. Its entrance is famously marked by two tall columns, each topped with a bronze statue of a deer, the stag and the doe, which have become unofficial symbols of the island. Legend holds that this same harbor entrance was once straddled by the Colossus of Rhodes, the enormous bronze statue of the sun god Helios, and one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, though modern historians largely doubt it ever physically spanned the channel in the way later myths describe. Just behind Mandraki rises the medieval old town of Rhodes, where we will go after this. Altogether, Rhodes Port is a place where ancient myth, medieval military history, and modern Mediterranean tourism all converge in a single, continuously active waterfront.
So it arrives when I'm in Sweden, So then he has something to wait for. You know what I mean? So I can say like, okay, here's food for like 4 days, but
Now let's enjoy a nice walk in the old town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site whose massive stone walls, watchtowers, and the imposing palace of the Grand Master were built by the Knights Hospitaller in the 14th and 15th centuries, specifically to defend this harbor from naval attack. The old town of Rhodes is one of the best preserved medieval walled cities in Europe, and stepping through its gates feels like walking directly into the 14th century. It occupies the historic core of Rhodes town, encircled by a massive ring of fortified walls that stretch for roughly 4 kilometers and are punctuated by towers, gates, and a wide moat. Defenses so formidable that they successfully repulsed sieges for centuries before finally falling to the Ottomans in 1522. At the heart of the old town lies the Street of the Knights, a steep, cobblestoned avenue lined with the austere stone inns of the various tongues, or national divisions, of the Knights Hospitaller, who ruled from 1309 to 1522. This street leads up to the Palace of the Grand Master, a formidable fortress palace that once served as the residence of the order's leader and today houses mosaics, antiquities, and period rooms behind its thick medieval walls. The old town is also home to the Archaeological Museum, housed in the former Hospital of the Knights, and countless smaller churches and chapels that trace the island's shifting religious history, rather than a purely preserved museum piece. Now let's explore a bit the ancient site of Rhodes, where we can find the Acropolis of Rhodes that sits atop Monte Smith Hill on the western edge of Rhodes town, offering sweeping views over the city and coastline. Founded alongside the ancient city in 408 BC, it was the religious and civic center of ancient Rhodes, though far more modest and less crowded than its famous Athenian counterpart. Its most recognizable feature is the Temple of Apollo, marked by several re-erected white marble columns. Nearby lie the remains of a small stadium and a reconstructed ancient theater, along with traces of a gymnasium complex, reflecting the site's role in athletics and civic life. Much of what's visible today, especially the temple and stadium, results from early negative 20th century restoration rather than untouched ruins. Set among pine trees away from the busier old town and harbor, it's a quieter, more contemplative site, valued as much for its views as its archaeology. And last but not least, we have here the ancient stadium at Monte Smith that dates to the 2nd century BCE. This place once hosted athletic games connected to the cult of Apollo, part of the broader civic and religious life of ancient Rhodes. The stadium is a long, narrow track flanked by tiered stone seating, built to accommodate foot races and other competitions typical of Hellenistic Greek athletics. Much of what stands today is a 20th century restoration, with the limestone benches relaid along the original foundations to recreate the stadium's ancient form. Together, these ruins form a compact ensemble on the hillside, giving a clear sense of the layout of a Hellenistic sporting and civic complex, even though only fragments of the original structure survive.